Hey guys, Scott here. Today I want to talk about the new Hillbilly and how they interestingly brought back one of the things that made him get nerfed to begin with, and whether or not that's a good thing. I need to make it clear though, I do not want Hillbilly to be nerfed whatsoever. I think he has been suffering for 7 months and frankly deserves a little bit of time in the sun. So I need to make that clear before I know people watch 3 seconds of the video and then comment. And sometimes they don't even do that. So Hillbilly does not need to be nerfed. The end. That being said, I do want to go over how it's sort of interesting. The main reason he got nerfed to begin with was basically for one specific build. Nobody really complained about regular Hillbilly. That was not really something worthy of concern. The main thing that people complained about was a build called Instasaw. This is when you would stack Carburetor Tuning Guide and the Thompson's Mix. And sometimes you would even include the Old Tinker, which improved the effects of these add-ons. Now what that would do is make it so you would charge your chainsaw significantly faster, and also, equally, if not more importantly, you would cool down from missing your saw significantly faster. And that's not just because of, you messed up or anything. That can be used for zoning as well. Like you would go ahead of somebody and they would be forced to turn around, but your cooldown was so low that they didn't have time to turn around and do anything. So you could essentially break a pallet, zone them off from anything else, and just down them. That was the main thing that was considered too strong with Hillbilly. Interestingly enough, though, the current version ability that we have now on live servers as a patch 7.5 is stronger than that. It actually has even less cooldown. And so I spent a little while going over the math. Previously, the original Hillbilly had a 3-second cooldown on missed chainsaws. However, there were two add-ons, the Thompson's Mix, and then you could do a Carburetor Tuning Guide or Vegetable Oil, which both had the same level of cooldown reduction. And that would give you 32% cooldown reduction on a base of 3 seconds. This would give you a 2.27 second cooldown overall, which is pretty fast. And that is what people found to be sort of unfair in addition to the rapid charge time. However, all of those add-ons were either nerfed or deleted, but the base cooldown time is now 2.5 seconds. So we can only attain the strength of one of the old add-ons. If we used Thompson's Mix now, and I believe there's a new add-on, I forget the name of it, that reduces your cooldown by 8%. So it's 12 and 8% now, adding up to 20%, which is what the Thompson's Mix itself used to be. So now we're at 20% for that, but the base cooldown time is now only 2.5 seconds. So with that, we actually only have a cooldown of 2.08 seconds. So the cooldown is actually even faster than the already previously thought to be overpowered cooldown from the original version ability with those add-ons being stacked, which I thought was interesting because that was the main thing that people would complain about, in addition to the charge speed being too strong. The saving grace is that the charge speed is only modified by Carburetor Tuning Guide now and the overdrive feature, which we'll get to in a minute. So we have an even faster cooldown recovery, which means you can miss and you can zone people even better than the old version of Hillbilly. However, it doesn't really end there, though, because even though the cooldown reduction is significantly faster, you also move way faster while you're recovering from a miss as well. So you used to move at like 1.38 and now you move at like 2 point something. Basically, you move 60% faster while you're recovering from your cooldown. So not only are you recovering from the cooldown faster, but you're moving 60% faster during that recovery as well. So you're in this scenario where survivors are basically not gaining any distance anymore if you miss or if you try to zone them. So something I'm very quickly realizing you can do is zone a survivor in such a way that you break a pallet with them having to run in a direction you want them to go. They can't really do much about that. That the killer has control of where to zone and break a pallet. As soon as that happens, you zoom ahead forward and you cut off wherever they're going, and you don't lose distance on them. They're just right next to you the whole time, and you can chainsaw again immediately. And trust me, playing as Billy, it feels great. I just know as Survivor, that's going to feel bad. It's going to be it's one of those things where you sort of try to make the right play as Survivor, but you end up getting hit anyway. It's why killers like Chucky feel bad to go against, because you get to a drop pallet, he scampers, he hits you, and you're like, okay, it's not overpowered. I get that, but it still feels like shit. And I don't know, I just found it interesting that that was one of the main things complained about the old Hillbilly with the extremely powerful zoning and the frankly, no punishment for missing his power if you stack cooldown reduction, and now it's even stronger than ever. Also, additionally, it's interesting that people are mostly talking about the overdrive feature, add-on changes, things like that, but the patch notes did mention the cooldown reduction and the movement speed and all that stuff, but I feel like that's not getting the correct attention because, in my opinion, it is by far the most powerful change that the killer has had. again, trust me, playing as Billy, it feels really good. I just found it so strange that they added the thing back that they originally nerfed him for to begin with, and then some, and then some, and then some even more with more movement speed too. So whether or not this is going to be a problem in the future, I don't know. Again, I don't want him nerfed right now. I want to have some fun playing him, and if it ends up being too strong once I actually learn him, then I will probably revise my opinion on that more. But the truth is, I'm just not good at Hillbilly. I've never been good at Billy. I've never put the time into learning him, and I want to start doing that now. So once I actually become good at this killer, then I think my opinion on this will matter a lot more. So right now, I'm a tentative don't touch it, but I do think it's pretty insane that they tripled down on making the cooldown even stronger than it used to be, almost without add-ons too. You don't even need the add-ons, and it's still stronger. So yeah, that's definitely an interesting design decision, but we'll see how it goes. I still have a lot to learn, and it could be a whole bunch of nothing anyway. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.